The opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Eastlink Community TV, its sponsors, or partners.
I've been on the weary road, waiting for a savior. Waved at every car gone by, but no one seems to care. Tired feet, they bleed, boots can't save the blisters. Long as I still walk this road, this will be my song. Once upon a city street lived a sorrowed stranger, heart of gold and bed asleep. Winter was the danger. Came the cold and froze him in. Wait, he would no longer. Gone the sorrowed stranger went, and this will be his song. Hope, hope, nothing more for a better future. Peace, peace, be my wings, carry me to life. Nameless child, your days are spent working for your supper. Make it wrong, the man will come, and you'll be left to hunger. No one knows and no one cares if you will wake tomorrow. Nameless child, I sing for you, and this will be your song. Hope, hope, nothing more for a better future. Peace, peace, be my wings, carry me to life. It's a very important relationship to have a child and their father, and in society I think it's a significantly overlooked relationship. And my dad was a good dad. I grew up playing music my whole life. I played drums in punk bands growing up and at churches and all kinds of stuff. And I specifically remember when I was younger, my dad would he'd come home from work at his whatever crappy job he had that he went to because he cared about his family. And he would come home and I'd have a show that night somewhere, in Mississauga or whatever. We lived in Toronto at the time, but my bandmates were in Mississauga. And so we'd load my drum set into our van and a bunch of my friends would pile in and we'd drive to Mississauga and we'd get to whatever bar we're playing at and unload and everyone would go inside and my dad would sleep in the van while we play this show. And, my stupid teenage self was like, what a jerk. Like he doesn't support me as an artist or, he doesn't like the band or whatever. And it's like, now I've learned now how stupid I was thinking those things, right? Like totally, right? He was doing everything that he could. He just needed a few hours of sleep. Break the silent history. I'm taken by the mystery. You see, I've said and done a million things. I threw you to the open sea. I flew as high as I could go. I dug way down into this stone. Believe me when I say that you can't be replaced. Believe me, 'cause it's true. There's no one that's like you, my Father. I thought a man was made of bones, of bruises and a broken nose. But that ain't true, 'cause you're a man who's always had a gentle soul. You put your dreams up on a shelf. You worked until you broke yourself. I hope one day that you can rest and chase your dreams with no regrets. And believe me when I say that you can't be replaced. Believe me, 'cause it's true. There's no one that's like you, my Father. Believe me when I say, my Father, that you can't be replaced. My Father, believe me, 'cause it's true. My Father, there's no one that's like you, my Father. My Father, my Father. For my two oldest kids, I haven't written a song for Bo yet, or for Casey. So it begins. I know, right?
Well, let's go into that.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, you've got fatherhood from two different angles.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a dad who really inspired you. So from the top down, from the bottom up, I guess.
Yeah. The day I've written songs for two of my three kids. My youngest kid is 7 days old, so give me a little time. I'll get there. I'm writing him a song. My older two though, I can't remember when or how I came about writing the songs for them. I remember specifically with Bo, he was a C-section, and so he was at the hospital for a few days with my wife after he was born. And my mother-in-law was staying with us to help me watch Jax while I worked and stuff after Bo was born. And I remember that it was in that time that my wife and Bo were still at the hospital that I wrote the song for him. And the song that I wrote for Jax, I don't really remember when I wrote it. It was just it was after he was born. He would have been quite young still. And I try to write. I've got a journal with like letters to my kids and stuff that I've written for them as well. Because you change so much when you grow up. You know, you get old and you forget to say things that your kids need to hear, and all the stuff you felt when they were born. Sometimes that can get lost in the mix of life. And so I write a lot for my kids, but I think, yeah, music is like the one gift that I have that I can give to people that is more valuable than buying them something or whatever. And so I have been blessed with these kind of few opportunities along the way that to write a song for people who are super important to me, and my kids are obviously in that category. So yeah.
So what song do you want to do?
I'll do a new song. Yeah, both of the ones I was gonna do are new songs. It's a song called Nowhere But Home, and it's kind of about my wife mostly, but it touches on being a father in it. So. Run away. There's not a chance I'm gonna stay, and I'm never looking back. I gotta make a brand new thing, maybe start a family in it. It won't look anything like that. And they say life will bring you down. And they say it'll all come around. Don't let your heart turn to stone. There's nowhere left to go. There's nowhere left but home. Got a job, a brand new girl, and she's the center of my world, and I think that she might be the one. I got a son, another soon, the same old fight this afternoon. I know she wishes she could run, and they say life will bring you down. They say it'll all come around. Don't let your heart turn to stone. There's nowhere left to go. There's nowhere left but home. Now I can hope and I can pray that we might make it work someday. Gonna make it after all. And who was right and who was wrong? This ain't another breakup song. 'Cause more in love we're gonna fall. And they say life will bring you down. They say it'll all come around. Don't let your heart turn to stone. There's nowhere left to go. There's nowhere left but home. Part of growing up is realizing that the world is way bigger than what you experience, and the relationships around you. There's another person on the end of that relationship, and whether you want to admit it or not, they have their own feelings and their own hurts and things that you are blind to that they've had to go through with you, and somehow I've been lucky enough to be enlightened to that, and it's helped me appreciate my dad. And so I wrote a song for him. A song it never ceases to exist, right? Like once it's written, and you capture it, and we're so lucky now that we can capture music so easily. And you write a song and you get it recorded somewhere, and there is a possibility that 1,000 years from now someone might stumble across it. I always hope that people will be inspired to feel good things about the person. Like when I played the song for my dad, I hope that people would feel some kind of thoughts towards whoever it is that filled that role for them. But the reality is that some people, that relationship is still broken, and if it's unrepairable because the person's passed or whatever, that's hard. But feeling that sadness is good. It's important in life. And so if I can create a safe enough space inside that song for someone to be sad for a moment, and miss that person, that's beautiful. Or if they're still alive and they have the opportunity to restore that still, and that song can create a space for them to think about that and to maybe come up with a way to shoot a text message or an email and say, whatever it is they feel they need to say. That's always the hope with personal songs, is that it'll inspire people, right? There's been some changes for me in as far as being a dad goes since the last time we talked. Well, he's not a baby now. I guess he's 2.5 years old. A cool and terrible stage. He's really, really, really sweet when he's sweet, and when he's not sweet, he is a little tart. I don't know what it's like to be the first in line. Never needed an opinion because they never asked mine. Hey, I know your older brother. I hear that stuff all the time. I wish I could be my own person. I'll always be last in line. And I say, hey now, don't forget me in the crowd. I'm the last one to the party, but I wanna live out loud. And I say, hey now, don't forget me in the crowd. I'm the last one to the party, but I wanna live out loud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Coming up from the bottom, gonna get what's mine. I might never be the tallest, but I can fight just fine. Calm yourself down, we're just playing. I hear that stuff all the time. Let me prove what I'm made of, and that the world is mine. And I say, hey now, don't forget me in the crowd. I'm the last one to the party, but I wanna live out loud. And I say, hey now, don't forget me in the crowd. I'm the last one to the party, but I wanna live out loud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Coming up from the bottom, gonna get what's mine. I started being a stay-at-home parent in August or something last year. So starting this school year, I got to be at home all day, every day, and getting to spend that time alone with Casey was like awesome. He was so much fun. The Bigs would go to school. The Bigs being Bo and Jackson, obviously. That's what I call them now. But they would go to school, and we drove them every morning, and then we would have a day to adventure. It was super fun. And then COVID hit, and it was like, it really kind of ruined things, not only for Jax and Bo being his first year in school, and really enjoying it, and then he kind of got knocked out of it, but also for Casey, who was like, it was kind of his time to be alone at home with a parent that he hadn't gotten, and he lost, 3.5 months of that or whatever. And so Casey lost his like one-on-one parent time, and we would go to the, the early on program in town in Dunnville, and we didn't get to go to that anymore because it was shut down. So his whole world got changed as much as his older brothers did because of this pandemic, and I feel for him a lot. Yeah. I've been around a couple times, broken hearts, and I've had mine broken. Never really realized, treated love like it was a joke, and you should have left way before you did. Never knew what I had till the bitter end. She won't come walking back again. Love's in the little things that you might not notice. Love's in the little things. It's in the secret moments when you're lost in her eyes. You're so thankful she's in your life. Love's in the little things. You better save those moments for her. I hope that whatever maybe I am carrying from where I come from, that I'm working on trying to get rid of the stuff I don't want to be carrying anymore, and hopefully I don't pass those things on to them. But I'm so interested to watch them grow, and I love seeing those little nuancey things in them. I really do, because it's so cool. I realize you're not coming home. This is my apology. You'll probably never know, 'cause you won't come walking back again. Love's in the little things that you might not notice. Love's in the little things. It's in the secret moments when you're lost in her eyes. You're so thankful she's in your life. Love's in the little things. You better save those moments for her. You better save those moments for her. She won't come walking back again.